Yeah, I'm late. Deal with it. What happened with Halloween is I was had to go to work for like 10:30, so I got up for like 8, and I didn't have time between to do a video and recording. Then trick or treaters and all that, and then Thursday came along, and I was planning to record, do some videos between them, but I was kind of on the tired side. I had to go see Bohemian Rhapsody, so I'm behind on one who would win and one what if. However, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do both the Who Wins, the one I got to do today and the one I had to do on Halloween. And then I'm going to do the What If on Saturday, and then I'll pretty much just be caught up for Sundays. That's what's going to happen right now. But anyway, welcome back to Who Would Win, where we talk about our metaphorical fights of characters that probably would not meet up in the ring anytime soon. On the rare occasion they would. I take your suggestions, I do fights, I give you shoutouts, because that's only fair for me. This one is pretty much the last Halloween one. It is the last Halloween one. Basically, we're going to end off with from Sage Master. No, excuse me, it was Shadow King. Sorry, Shadow King. Sage Master is someone different. Shadow King, who asked the question, who would win in a fight? Pennywise the Dancing Clown versus Caesar Clown from One Piece, because they both are clowns. I guess that's why you chose it. That's fine. Pennywise, obviously, Pennywise isn't his real name. As a matter of fact, I don't know what Pennywise's actual name is. We know Maturin is the turtle, the being that creates universes. He literally coughs up universes, and that Pennywise was basically his natural opposite. One was like about creation and life. One was about greed and consumption. So, but Pennywise essentially is kind of, in Stephen King verse, he's an eldritch being of some kind. He exists in the universe above ours, a macroverse, or outside of ours, a macroverse. He does have a true form, but our minds can't process what that form is. The closest anyone ever came to it is the fact when they looked into his deadlights, they saw like this hairy orange thing before, possibly being driven mad or being near driven to death. But Pennywise the Dancing Clown is his preferred form. Now, as Pennywise the Dancing Clown, and I've had Pennywise on here so many times I could pretty much do this in my sleep now. He basically wakes up every 27 years, and for, I think, like 27 days or 27 years, I might be flubbing that with the Jeepers Creepers thing. Every 27 days, or 27 years for like a couple months on end or something like that, or 27 days, 27 years for a couple months on end, I believe, he basically hunts and eats kids. He likes kids because they're easier to scare, and he basically scares individuals so he can, as he puts it, salt the meat. Fear makes you taste good to him. Now, being an alpha predator and an eldritch being as he is, he can do almost anything. He can shapeshift in any form he wants, usually taking on the form of something you're afraid of. That way he can instill fear in you. He is physically more powerful than your average person, though the levels of strength could vary depending on your level of fear of him. If you can stand up to him, he's probably not going to have as much power over you. He's got some level of telekinesis, a level of telepathy that lets him just kind of draw out what you're afraid of from your head. So he has that ability as well. He's capable of knowing when you're afraid, obviously. Again, shapeshifting, illusion casting. The illusions can even be solid, so you can actually be hurt by the illusions. But it's a battle of wills when it comes to Pennywise. If you can overcome your fear, or if you're just not afraid of him, he does not have as much power over you. Trying to think of anything else. The closest his real form we ever got to his real form was like a giant spider. And that was the closest. That's not even his real form. That's just the closest anyone could perceive his real form. He can partially transform as well. So, you'll see the crab claws like you saw in the new one, the werewolf hands. He can do that, partially transform as it is. But ultimately, he kind of sticks with either a full-on transformation or just in the Pennywise form. Like I said, though, he is not invincible. He's been defeated by kids, no less. Kids who banded together with their friendship and their, courage and everything like that, and pretty much depowered him. If you're not afraid of him, if you're not feeling fear against him, or you can overcome your fear against him, then he loses his power over you. In which case he can be defeated. He can't really be killed, like permanently be killed, though at least not in the same way we could be killed, because he's not human. Though the turtle is confirmed to have died. So it's likely he himself can actually die. So that's Pennywise. Caesar Clown is a antagonist in the One Piece manga. He is a pirate, obviously. He's a scientist. He's a mad scientist. He's capable. He's durable on his own. He's capable. He's also arrogant and prideful and malice, but he's also cowardly too when his life is actually threatened. He puts his pleasures above other things, and he's overall just kind of one of those stereotypical mad scientist bad guys. In terms of things he has on, he has like some gas grenades. He has a dual lock flint pistol. He's got a sword that has oxygen. It's like a burning sword basically, which is kind of cool. But his main form of attack technique comes from the devil fruit he ate. Now in One Piece, devil fruits are all fruits that are said to have the devil's touch. They all are fruits that taste terrible, but all give you an ability when you eat them. You can't swim, mind you, but because apparently water's like, I can't remember the exact reason, but yeah, you sink like a stone. You can't swim if you eat a devil fruit, but his devil fruit was known as the gas fruit. Basically, he can turn his body into gas anytime he wants. It allows him for a quick maneuverability. He could theoretically, go inside your lungs and then reform and blow you up from the inside. There is a lot you can do with it. It's not a very offensive fruit, but it is it's a pretty good defensive fruit. Of course, it's unknown if I don't believe his gas is flammable, or it might be. I can't quite remember that. But it does make him a pretty tricky individual to go against. So let's say that Pennywise it has somehow made it into the Grand Line, and he's wreaking havoc. And at one point he's attacking the test subjects, these kids that Caesar's got, and Caesar's like, who are you? He's like, I'm Pennywise. Like, I'm going to have my supper now. And he actually sees one of the kids' arms he's eating, and Pennywise is chewing on a kid's arm, and then Caesar goes like, oh, it's like, what? And he freaked out, but he just, go to hell. And he just shoots Pennywise. Ah! And then Pennywise just roars. So he comes out. So now he comes out, transforms into something. And so right at the bat, Caesar just thinks this is some psycho clown that has a devil fruit. So he just avoids. He's like, no. It's like, you've got to be kidding me. And then throws like a gas grenade, blows up Pennywise. Pennywise just gets back up and just, I'm going to enjoy this. So it's going to go a little back and forth. It's like Pennywise is going to be on the losing side of this fight in the beginning. Very easily in the beginning. Because, there's Bond is on. Because he's going to be losing sides because he's probably going to be the aggressor in the fight. He's going to be more, going to be definitely a bit more primal and rage driven than say Caesar. Caesar's going to just be kind of like defending his turf and attacking, whereas Pennywise is just going to be wow, I just completely lost track. Whereas Pennywise is going to be attacking because Caesar attacked him first. So ultimately, if Pennywise isn't going to be able to hit him just because he can turn on the gas. However, after Pennywise takes some time, because he's able to feed off the fear of the kids in the room, he's not going to go down immediately after that. And, he's going to get hurt and pissed off because of that. But ultimately, he is he's going to just rebound from it. So after he takes some time to basically just heal up, like he's still acting like a feral animal. Caesar's just like, you're really annoying. It's like, it's time to go away now, and then just basically turns just goes down his lungs and just blows him up. Then Pennywise kind of just comes back. He's like, now Caesar's starting to get freaked out. Like, what are you you stinking clown? Then Pennywise just gets in his face and, I'm Pennywise, the dancing clown. And so bites him, but again, maybe he gets a nick in him because he didn't expect him to try to bite him. But he turns the gas again. He's like, damn it all. Then now Pennywise is able to feed off Caesar's fear because now he's afraid that he won't be able to put this guy down, that this guy's going to be able to kill him or find a way to do it, which enables him to basically feed off Caesar's fear and go after Caesar's um, goes after Caesar's weaknesses, particularly because he's a coward when it comes to his life being threatened. So, and that's obviously a stigma of fear. You're being cowardly is a bit of a stigma of fear. Nothing wrong with being afraid of death, obviously, but still. So then he's starting to play off of Caesar's fears, and Caesar's just what's going on. It's like, and he's eating like Luffy and stuff like that, and maybe Doflamingo, and basically all the One Piece characters that or things that just scare him alive. I'll kill you all! I'll kill you all! Ah! Like, where are you going? Don't you want to play? Has a balloon. Don't you want to play? No! And so Caesar's just like scared shitless, like tasty, tasty fear. It's like so he just goes down, blows him up, goes down and blows him up, but it's not working. He's just not staying there. He's not staying there. Why won't you just die? It's like, oh, come on. Don't you want to play? It's like, what will make you feel better? A nice pretty light. And then opens up and it reveals the deadline, which Caesar just and then kind of just maybe not dead, but just got insane pretty much. Just blah, blah, blah. I eat you, but I bet you taste funny, Cloud. And then goes back to eating the kids. So ultimately, yeah, Pennywise, I think, takes this fight. It's not to say Caesar, if he didn't want to, it didn't want to, or didn't have the opportunity, couldn't kill Pennywise if Pennywise were at a weakened state. Like again, if Pennywise couldn't feed off fear, Pennywise had nothing to bolster his power. Yeah, going down his throat, blowing him up, that would work. Problem is, in the scenario we paint out, it's a realistic scenario. He's got enough kids to feed fear off of. I'm certain he would eventually be able to toy and mess with Caesar. Problem with Pennywise on his side, though, is he has nothing, at least that initially, that could hurt Caesar. Not without playing the mind games. And Caesar initially wouldn't be scared of Pennywise. It's the fact that Pennywise probably wouldn't go down that would start to freak Caesar out. And the fact that he can play off fear and use his abilities to create things that Caesar's afraid of, and then use that to his advantage and eventually bring out the deadlights. That's where Pennywise eventually, that's where he ultimately takes the win. So I am going to go Pennywise. Is there a way that Caesar can win? Yes, but it has to be early in the fight. And it would have to be him getting him away from the kids. That's basically, he'd have to pretty much get him away from different areas. Get away from the area. So I'll say there's maybe a 10% chance Caesar could ultimately win, but Pennywise is going to take the vast edge in the victory department simply because he's able to use your fear against you, and Caesar ultimately is kind of a cowardly character. So that is where I'm going to go with that. But what do you think? You think Pennywise takes the win all the time? You think Caesar takes more wins than Pennywise? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Sorry I was a little jumbled. I got a couple distractions there. I'll try to not do that in the next one. But like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. Do a review of it at some point. Ideas for who would win, Star Wars, superhero magic, what if, anything I do on the channel. Put that in the comments below as well. I'll get to that at some point. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.